Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Co-Parenting with a Narcissist 101. This is Kate. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and thank you so much for subscribing. So today we're going to talk about narcissist and revenge, and this is a very almost everybody is on it because depending on how hurt, and there's no matter what it is, everybody's hurt to a lot, and in your mind you want to get back. You really want to get back at this person for hurting you like this, for intentionally hurting you like this. Some of us have thoughts that we have no business having in our minds, and of revenge, of getting back at this person, you know and as it's not fair. And of course you want to um you know get them right back, and so that you feel, I think you think you feel okay. If I could just get in my own my own hurt, you know then this will be okay, because I feel like I've atoned for this. I've had them atone for their sins towards me. But before we go into the whole revenge thing, let's look at it this way. You know, this horrible abuse, happened to us, and immediately you discarded them, or they discarded you. Of course, even before then, throughout the relationship, they are having smear campaigns over, behind your back with your family, friends, and whoever will listen, the neighbor, the guy at Walmart. It doesn't matter. They're talking bad about you. So when the relationship is ending, or mine was ending with the divorce, or if the relationship, obviously is coming to an end, or they leave right away, before you even get word in to talk about, tell anybody the relationship is over, they already started a smear campaign, your name all over the place. And definitely you'll be hearing how you can't do it. You don't know much about you don't make enough money, or you spend too much money, or you're not good, and you're not good with the kids, or you can't plan, stuff like that. These are all the things, of all the you can't, that they have, going on. Of course, this is all to let these people know that, kind of trying to justify, that you won't survive this separation, or this divorce, or whatever it is, because then, like I said before, you've already had the best, and that's them. There's nothing else out there, so it's all downhill for you from now on. So there are so many you can't going on, that everybody would know. So uh that is a smear campaign going on. And of course, what does that have, make them? Everybody kind of start looking at you now for the other. You can't, you can't do it. You don't make enough money. You don't work enough. You can't plan. You waste money. You know, that you can't raise the children right. You're not, but it doesn't matter. Whatever they can put together in that whole mess to make you look as bad as possible, in turn making them look like they saved themselves from by discarding you, or they are saved by you discarding them. That's what that whole thing is. Before you even get to talk to anybody, this is already circulating around you. So that is what they're praying for you. That is what they're hoping will happen to you. That is what they're hoping to will happen, not just to you, but the children. They want all of you to start suffering from this. They want, in a way where there's not enough money, that you guys are now scraping by, to get, scraping to get by, or maybe the kids' grade starts falling because they can't concentrate, or you can't pay for this, you can't pay for that. That is their wish. That I can tell you, there's from my side, that was the wish, was Oh, you can't pay the taxes on the house. She can't do it. She can't pay the mortgage on this. She can't pay this on this. Or they have to, there's so many can'ts. You can't, they've already, you have to remember while you were with them, all those good qualities that you have that it was intimidating them is now shoved to the side, and the opposite is heaped on you because this is what they did while you're together. So for them to, they want to put you, they want to have a different definition of you that will help them go to bed at night, that will help them feel okay with themselves because your presence, just by you standing there with all these qualities that you got in you, remind them of how weak they are. You don't even have to say a word. All these qualities that you have that they cannot take from you, they cannot steal from you. They can't become that. And that it can't rub off on them because it's a personal thing. You have it or you don't have it. So all those qualities that you have reminds them of how weak they are. So of course automatically that means they hate you. They hate you for it. So when the relationship is over, all those negative things, all that definition they've given you is exactly what they're putting out there, even to the confusion of some people who know you, and they're saying all this. Some people, in my case, that's like, it doesn't even line up. So you over there have somebody saying, oh, they spend too much money. And they're like, they've known this person for, if they've known this person for being so frugal that even they laugh at it like, oh, wow, she can't even, relax to buy this. She always counting counting money, looking at how much stuff is. And now you have him running along over here talking about, oh, she spends so much money. So these people are confused. But like I said, this is whatever quality you have, they're going to ascribe the opposite and they run with it. So they're running around with all this false information about you, So, and not just about you too, and about you and the kids. Like I said, they hope that you collectively, if the kids are with you, you have custody of the kids most of the time, always a joint custody, always a visitation, whatever it is. They hope that if the kids are with you, that they are suffering as well, whatever it is. Because that is teaching you, quote unquote, a lesson. Especially if you're the one that left, if they left you. But whatever it is validating whatever lies that they're saying outside. So before you start thinking about revenge, how to harm them somehow, to feel better, think about all this. These are all the negative things that they listed that you can't do, that you are, and you're not. So the revenge now for you should be to be one. Be a better version of yourself. All this stuff has been ascribed to you that you are, and you're not. So you be a better version of you. That's number one. And two, you raise the kids. Like I said, you are the only parent here. You raise emotionally healthy kids against all odds, because you have this one over here trying to teach them something else, trying to show them something else. And like I said, you're the only parent trying to hold the bag at both ends so they won't fall. So if you can, focus on that too as well, to raise, kids that are emotionally healthy, that is a plus. Focus on your plans. Focus on the kids' plans. What did you guys plan to do? What did you plan to do? In my own case, I wanted to go get a graduate degree for the longest time. But of course, how dare you want to better yourself? No. So somehow for years I couldn't go because whatever I want is not a priority. Of course, then I didn't know why it wasn't a priority. Now I'm looking back at it like, oh, you're trying to go better yourself. Oh no, no, we're not doing that. So no, So what were your plans? What are the kids' plans? You know, get on that, because these are things that have been listed that you can't. This is what is going on in the smear campaign. You can't, you know. So they all they want you to fail. That's what you got to remember. They want you to fail. Not only fail, they want you to fail with parenting the kids. They want you to fail with whatever. They want you to be exactly as they described you in the smear campaign. But you already know the smear campaign is wrong. You already know the definition of you is wrong. This is what is convenient for them, that they, as how they find you. So what is your revenge? Your revenge should be you should be a better version of yourself and be indifferent. Of course, this is not going to happen overnight. Being indifferent means that you do not even have whatever feeling, whatever emotion, whether they're buying it or selling it, to ascribe to this person, to even hate them. You don't even have that. Like, they don't even register in your radar for you to consider them important. That is your revenge. That will be your revenge, nothing else. You're not gonna go set them up so that they'll lose their job, or do something so they lose their car or whatever, something like that. No, that's not. If you start doing that, that means you are still emotionally connected to this person, and that is what you want to not want to do, because that's what they want to happen. They want to be able to control what you're doing. They want you to be able to control what you're doing. They still want to be so emotionally invested in them that whatever it is you're doing is as a result of what they are trying to have you do. No. You're engaging in them, trying to pull them down or get them down, and no, that is the energy that's supposed to be turned towards you. That energy is supposed to be facing towards you and the children. Whether they live with you 50% of the time, 80% of the time. In my own case, they live with me and they visit him. It might be reversed for you, but whatever it is, 5 days, 4 days that you get a month, make all that count by planting a root that is in their minds to raise emotionally healthy children. To raise emotionally healthy children that are against all odds, because this person is countering whatever it is you're doing, because like they don't care. You're the only one that cares about the kids turning out okay. They don't. They care as much about the kids as much as the supply they can get from the kids. Other than that, they don't give a shit. So they could care less what they're teaching the kids. I've witnessed that with my own children and their father. He's trying to tell them to lie. He's trying to manipulate, trying to tell them to deceive people. That is okay. So those are the things that you will focus in on, that is going to be your revenge, where all the stuff that was laid out, all the stuff that was told all these people, that is the opposite. Like, that is as the fact that the way you're living your life is contradicting everything they said about you. That is your revenge. You spend enough time thinking about these people, dancing around, bending, trying to make things work. Now, once it's over, start making steps to shift your thoughts, your emotions away from these people that monopolize it for years, months. Move it towards you. Focus towards you, because I don't think some of us realize how much time that we invested in this people while you are living with them. Or if you're still living with them, you when you leave, you can't imagine the time. Because you gotta look at it this way. You're not thinking ahead, even though unconsciously you don't even know that's what you're doing. You're not thinking ahead of okay, let's see, I don't know if that will cause a problem or not. The whole walking on eggshell things. You're actually thinking to avoid disaster. You avoid landmines. This is that occupies your mind. This is when your mind could be doing something else, but it's thinking about how to walk around, navigate around the narcissist and what might be wrong. Okay, how are they going to feel this way? No, let me see if I can do it the other way. I don't want to deal with this. I don't have time to argue today. But what we don't know is that it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. They want to argue, they're going to argue. They're feeling low about themselves. They're going to stack something. They're going to strike up something. They're going to argue about what color the sky was that day. What shade of blue was it? It doesn't matter. How hard is it raining outside? That's going to be an argument. Why? Because their sense of self, they need supply. They need to bring some kind of negativity in there. So anything happens. It doesn't even matter how much you tiptoeing around them, and the time it takes to tiptoe around them. Doesn't matter. Once you leave these people, you realize the amount of time, the brain time, the brain time, the amount of time that you could be used, that you have been using for this whole planning ahead and all that stuff that's now is available for you to channel inwards and get shit done. So don't obsess with revenge and all that. They will hang themselves. Leave them alone. They will hang themselves. They wake up every day miserable. That alone is enough revenge. But you do not have to be a part of, let me get at them, or let me get at make sure that this happens. I hope they run over and they get hit by a bus. No. Channel all that energy inwards. Be a better version of you. Be a better version of you. Be indifferent. Strike for being indifferent. Yeah, you don't have to like them. You don't have to love them. You don't have to even hate them. It's just that you do not matter enough in my vision for me to even factor you anywhere. So you're gonna be like a piece of furniture in the store, in the house, where if it's there, okay. If it's not there, okay too. I mean, it could care less one way or the other. And it's not going to happen overnight. Some of us need time. We need time to go through it. But I hope that as time goes on, you realize where you need to put your energy towards, and don't wish evil as much as they deserve it, Lord, as much as they deserve it. Don't wish evil on them. Let them hang themselves, because they will self-destruct. That's for sure. Rather take that time, move it inwards, get all that done, travel where you need to travel. You want to drop that 30 pounds, drop it. But drop it because that's what you want to finally do. If you wanted to do it, now you have time to go to the gym. You want to gain the 30 pounds? Sure, gain the 30 pounds if that's what you want to do. Whatever you want to do, do. Get the kids up. If the kids need the grades improving, or you need to sign them up for extra stuff, whatever it is, be a better version of you, so that you and the kids are thriving. Whether they live with 200% of the time, or they don't live with 200% of the time, or 50% or 80%, whatever it is. Because the story is that you can't do it. Are you going to let that be true? I don't think so. All right, guys. That's all I got today. Like, share, subscribe. Let everybody that needs to know. Like I said, get your mind right. Get your mind focused in the right direction, and everything else will fall into play. Everything else will start making sense in a whole different way. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.